Alright, okay. So now we have understand, what stresses us out, right? You understand what are the events and situations that makes you feel that tense up, that stress. You know that feeling when it occurs, and you already understand because of these feelings and responses, you know that those are stress. So how do we respond to them? Is what we are going to address something later. And so what now we are going to start this identification for stress. Okay? Before we start the next segment, I would need to reinforce again that we are going to create a safe training environment for all of us, because we are going to share a lot of personal and sensitive things. So I would like to ask the audience to continue using positive words and also to have an open mind. Alright? So, okay, the next activity name will be where do stress comes from? Okay? So I'm going to break you into 3 groups. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 participants here. Can I have 3 groups of 2 each?
2 each. Okay.
Yes, 2 each. Okay, so can I have sorry, I might need to pair you up with Lin. Okay. Yes, okay. So Mustafa and Lin, can you use this board?
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, Lash and Andy?
Yeah.
Andy.
Sorry.
Okay, so maybe you use this board.
Sure.
And you too can use this board over here. Okay. So right now, I'm going to pass each group one stack of post-its. Here you go. And 2 fine markers. 1 stack and 2 fine markers. And 1 stack over here and 2 markers. Okay, so just now we went through what are the events that makes you stressed out, right? Okay, what we are going to do right now for this activity is that recall what are these events again and think about what has made you feel stressed out over the past 1 week. Okay? Just write a simple word. You don't have to write like very long sentences. You can just write 1 word. Okay? So we are going to do this activity for the first 2 minutes. So write down the events and then paste it anywhere at the whiteboard that you are allocated in. So for you, please keep to this area. Alright? Okay. So just post it anywhere. We don't have to like alignment.
Only one, yeah? Only one?
No, just think of as many as possible, okay? Think of as many events as possible.
Last 1 week.
Within 2 weeks, what kind of events that makes you feel very stressful? And then after which, right, after that 2 minutes pass, we will just walk around and see what has other groups has written. Hey, sorry, not yet. Please don't start first, please don't start first. I'm gonna explain this, sorry. Okay? So after that 2 minutes, right, we're gonna walk around and see what has other groups has written down. Okay? And then we will just stop to finish our activity and then we go back to our own group, okay?
Okay.
So, alright, time starts now. So, you just write 1 event for each post-it and then paste it down, okay? Okay. So you can try to write as many as possible so that we can explore these ideas later. So you paste it already and then post it. Hi, sorry, excuse me. Hi, sorry, excuse me. Are you guys watching the things that makes you feel stressful?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, because we only have 2 minutes, so we got, that's just
a
thing, okay? Alright, thank you. Okay. So do you have any difficulties?
We are doing fine.
Great. Okay, so remember, write them really face up. Okay. Okay, doing very good. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. So we can think about any events in your work, in your life, did that traffic jam make you feel very stressed out and you have a headache? Right. Alright, we have 10 more seconds to wrap it up. Alright, okay, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. Okay, stop what you're doing right now. Okay, so now we're gonna go around the room and see what other groups has written. Okay, so let's start now. Just walk.
Oh, gallery walk.
Yeah, you can just see what I've written and yeah, you can just go around and see what I've written. Yeah. Yeah, I can try and see. Yeah. So yeah. Did any of these resonates with you also? Yeah, just go and see, you know, just understand a bit what have others written down.
Only four. It told you four problem here. Oh, you got problem
So as you are looking into these events, right, notice that if there are any things that is similar to what you have experienced, and whether those events resonate with you also, okay?
Okay. Alright. Oh, that's not. Stress thinking of stress.
Is that yours? Sound like yours.
These two lah.
Yeah. This is what I'm telling you.
Wi-Fi or wife?
Yeah. Getting another WIF. Then it's like why right? No.
Okay, alright, we have 5 seconds to wrap it up and then we'll... Okay, so for the respective groups, please return to your board.
Okay.
Yeah, please return to your boards, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Alright, so for the next segment, right? Okay, so for each group, can I have like for you to pick one of this event, one of this post-it? Okay, so for one of this post-it, we're gonna talk about it. Alright, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna share like why are these events stressful? You know, why does this particular post-it, this event, stressful to you? Okay? And how did you react to it? Okay? Alright, so do we have any volunteers who want to start off first?
How many time we have for speech?
Oh, no, I don't have time, so we can share a little bit more here, okay? Yeah. So who wants to volunteer? Oh, I see we have a good one. Alright, so do you want, so let's share what is that event that makes you feel stressful.
Actually, the preparation for the 20 minutes presentation.
Oh,
It's very stressful.
okay, how does
Because
that?
you have to prepare all the slides, then you have to complete all within a certain time.
Okay.
You must have all the certain quality to cover it up. You must meet all the criteria. It's very stressful.
Yeah,
That's what you think.
I understand, huh? Okay.
Yes,
So
yes,
how,
I mean-
so how did you react to this event?
Breakdown.
Okay.
You very
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Did you break?
No, because of his shirt or the sleeve.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so how did you react to this 20 minute? What was your feeling about this thing when you hear that, oh, you have that 20 minute, you have so many things to do?
It's a learning process in a way.
Mm.
Then because from there we highlight certain things, we not
Yeah.
we straight go to the point. We don't be so lengthy
Mm-hmm.
in the presentation, cut it down.
心高三轻.
When I add on to the point, because we do have the same stress 20 minutes presentation preparation.
Okay, okay.
How actually we manage this? We turn the stress into something positive.
Yes.
Okay,
We turn it to
great.
something positive because we know it's a learning process and we know it's an opportunity for us to gauge ourselves how much have we got? How much have we learned?
That's good. That's
Right.
good. So aside from that 20-minute stress, what other events do you have over
Okay,
there?
I have in common with Lynn about our vehicles needing servicing.
Vehicles needing servicing.
Yeah, motorcycle and the car needs servicing. It's all boils down to money. We got to spend money to get them done, right? But what we have to think through is that with this transport, it's actually facilitate our movement to do our work. So we have to pay for it. Again, think positive. We have to pay to get the transport done. If not, it breaks down, it worse.
Okay,
That's how we think.
so you react to it with positivity.
Yes.
Okay, great. And how about this group? What event makes you feel stressful?
Name list for retrenchment.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So what was your feeling then?
Stressful. Want to die.
Okay.
They are all my they are all built by me. They are with me for 5 years. And
Okay.
You mean you got the list in your hand?
they give me the list. I need to make the selection.
My goodness.
I need to cut down 20%.
The same as
Okay.
That means that 15,
appraisal,
10 have to go.
Wow. So when you first hear about that list, right? You know, when you first see that list that you want
No, I
to
don't see the list.
Oh,
I
you want to
see
make
that
that-
statement.
I
You're
see.
going to have a 10% reduction in your department before
Okay.
Chinese New Year.
Why?
So how was your reaction to it?
Scream.
Okay. Wow. Scream. Okay.
Internally.
I had the same experience, so I thought it's a good time for
Yes.
spring cleaning. So I get rid of the things that the people that are not worthy. Then so we keep the good people. So we are doing spring cleaning.
Great. Interesting. Well, very interesting sharing from all these three groups. Okay. So now that we have here how different people has got like what makes us stress out. For you is that 20-minute presentation, and for you would be that vehicle
Money.
servicing, and for this group is that retrenchment names list, right? So after hearing all this, right, and going through that gallery wall and seeing what other events that other groups has written down, right? Well, if let's say for you right now, the similar event were to occur, right, would you be able to respond differently? So, how about we start from Ro? If let's say you were to do that 20-minute presentation again, what would you respond, have a different feeling and respond to that
I'll
event?
cut out a lot of slide. No
Okay.
repetition.
Okay.
Yeah, we got repaired. Okay.
Okay. How about Mustafa?
You talking about the same retrenchment list?
No,
mine.
vehicle servicing. Like if let's say
okay.
you were to encounter this event again, right? Would you have a different response and feeling to it after seeing all this?
I said my piece.
I think for me, when we first bought the vehicle, we must know that this is part and parcel of owning a vehicle. That
I
is
see.
a must. So that we have to just be more. We must know that it's a much needed service to be done, and firstly I would feel I should thank my motorcycle for helping me for that convenience and be grateful and be thankful for owning one, because some others couldn't even own one.
Yes.
Yes.
Positive thinking. Yeah.
Good, good. This group is very positive. I have other groups like that. Like, oh my god, they feel very stressed out. They are like breaking down, they want to cry from whatever that they have experienced. Wow, this group is very positive. And how about you, if let's say you have to make that decision again, would you respond differently?
Well, if I'm there, I'll go inside the storeroom, throw every of the product here and there.
Okay.
Wow, that one extremely.
Yeah, banker out because we are basically short-handed of manpower right now, and making reduction.
Air Force.
Cool, interesting. So, okay, remember at a earlier just now, we said that we are going to learn how to identify this stress and how to manage them so that we can actually improve our quality of life. Okay? So we'll begin this process and let's ask ourselves, right? So we have 3 events over here. do you see any similarities or differences with regards to these three events, these three stressful events? They seem very different, right?
Different.
All very
All
different,
very
right? Different.
Different
Okay.
situation.
Okay. So, but all of these events is all stressful. If you have one commonality, right, which is very stressful, right? Okay. But they all seems very different to us. Okay. So what if I tell you actually we can actually categorize this very easily. Okay. There is actually some similarities among these three events. Okay. So we are going to learn a little bit more about stress, but of course we are not going to go very technical here. We are just going to learn something that is simple enough to help us cope and manage the stress so that we can live a better quality life here. Okay? So now I'm actually going to introduce you this concept of chronic and acute stress. Okay? But before we go deeper into it, I'll need to show you something. Okay, let's see what Dr. Gabby has for us. Yes. So we're going to introduce this new friend to you, Dr. Gabby, and she's going to speak more about what acute stress and chronic stress is about. Okay, I think that's fine.
Oh, not too loud.
Not too much.
Not too loud.
I think, okay. I think this will do. Thank you. Oops.
Gary Cora, and this is part one of that.
No,
Just
Maybe
give me
on the-
just give
okay.
me-
I'll not put.
This is part one of the types of stress.
Can everyone hear?
We're going to be speaking about the differences between acute and chronic stress. We all have stress in our lives, and it's not a bad word, and yet we have to understand how that stress affects us on a daily basis. So what happens with these different kinds of stress? Well, stress can be acute. So one time, for example, I can have this amount of stress, and this is acute. It happens once. What does that mean? I may get sick, and that may be acute stress. I may lose my job, and that may be stress. Now, stress can also be at a job whenever I get a promotion. That is positive stress, but it's still change. And any big change can trigger some other things in us. So it's important to recognize what acute stress means. Now, given the recession and a lot of what has been happening in all of our American families, a lot of what we've been experiencing is not just one stressful event once, but several ones. And what this is chronic stress. Chronic stress will affect us in a different way, and it can have an impact on not only our health, but also our ability to perform and produce at our very, very best. So it's important to see if I have been struck by different illnesses, for example, in the family, or by different problems at work, that will have caused a lot of that chronicity. And it's very important that we figure that out too. I'm Dr. Gabby Cora, and you can see more information at drgabbycora.com.
Alright, okay, let's put a hand for Dr. Gabby. Alright. Okay, so let's. Yep. Okay, so as mentioned by Dr. Gabby. Oh.
The video was running. The video is running. Next one.
Oh no.
Just close it.
Oh no.
On the right. So, no. In the middle, you see? Yeah.
Close it.
Close.
So sorry.
Yeah, you're there.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so we understand a little bit more about what acute stress and what chronic stress is about. So for acute stress, right, those acute stress that occur are for sudden or new events, things that are new to you and it comes unexpected. And these are the stress that can be felt immediately because you just encountered something really new. Let's say, for example, let's just hope everybody don't get into car accident very often, okay? Okay, it's like, for example, if you are met with a car accident, it can be felt immediately because it is something very traumatic, it's something new to you. You can feel that stress responses and reaction immediately. Some of us can get headache immediately. You felt your breath becoming heavy, your muscles are tensing up. And you can detect this very easily because that's how our body responds to this. It's a bodily defense mechanism, okay? And as for chronic stress, those are repetitive and recurring events. Those are harder to detect because you have become habituated by it already. It becomes a habit. Like for example, your wife nagging at you, or your husband complaining about this and that. Yeah.
Cancel, please.
Cancel.
Yeah. So it's because this also is happening, and it's very hard to detect this response and act to it. Okay? So now we learn a little bit more about acute and chronic stress. Do you think that we can actually put them under this three category?
Yes.
Okay? So with that, right, we're going to move on to the next activity.
No, let's stop.
Yeah, that's all.
All right.
I'm ending off with that. I'm ending off with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we are going to go for a tea break, and then after the tea break, we're going to start our next activity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.